Now, what's the significance of the European Union's plan to launch 3 new military missions in West Africa? Wole?
Thank you so much for having me. I think largely this is going to add to the security logjam already in the region. You are aware about the G5 Sahel. You are aware about what the other, what Russia is doing through Wagner. But if synergized with other existing frameworks, probably is going to contribute to security in the face of dwindling French fortune and their footprint in the region, because France is just rolling out of Mali, which is a fundamental country within the Central Sahel. But I think by and large, it's just going to add to the security logjam.
All right. Well, Wole, that leads me nicely to my next question. Talk to us about the challenges. What are the challenges the EU are likely to encounter if it establishes a rapid reaction force in the Sahel region?
I think it's going to be both ways. One is that there's going to be internal and external reaction, because some emerging powers will likely not be so open to such extra-regional entrance, looking at the status of security in the region presently. I just talked about the operation of Wagner Group and then the G5 Sahel, which has not been in sync. And, there are also calls that Nigeria should lead in the articulation of such regional force in the Sahel to coordinate the multinational joint task force for better synergy and optimum performance. So you are probably going to see some form of pushback on the part of ECOWAS countries as well. And then the second thing is that it is conceivable that other foreign forces such as China, Russia will try to work against such Europe-led frameworks. In such force could confer some strategic advantage on EU if allowed to stand, to the detriment of China, Russia interest within the region. But I think it just appears like a second or third wave of scrambling for Africa, because everybody wants to establish a military base within the region.
All right, important points that you've made there, Wole, but let's talk a little more. Given the strong sentiments against French troops in West Africa and mounting hostilities against foreign troops in countries like Mali, why can't the EU help to strengthen regional forces like the G5 instead of establishing its own missions?
I think one thing is that they also want to maintain active footprint in Africa. And for them, it's probably not about collaboration. It's about also a show of force that we're around, and then to assure of their own interest. And in a sense, they cannot afford to leave their interest to the vagaries of Africa fragile state, saying we are partnering with this particular country or other country. I think everybody wants to be seen to be doing something, want to be seen to be a show of force. And then I think the worst case is that they are mindful of the growing influence of China and Russia in Africa. I think that is the central objective. And like I said earlier, there's also going to likely be a backlash from academics and civil society organizations who are becoming increasingly uncomfortable with the wanton militarization of Africa through these external forces.